Hello, people. This is Paul here. It's Friday night, and I just thought I'd do a quick video here. And this video is going to be a little different. And what I'm going to show here is these are some customs for some downhill races that I entered. And I thought I would just show these. I was watching Paul Miller's video today, and he actually posted, I think the other day, about starting up a drag racing tournament on his channel, and it just got me to thinking, and I thought I would show you some downhill racers here that I actually won in some contests. I've entered about 4 or 5 of them, and I think I won about 3 of them. And these right here are some food trucks. We did one race. I think only 5 people entered the competition. It was me and 4 other people, and I ended up winning this one. And here's the first one, and it just says flowers on it, tacos. And these were basically customs. And these both basically were just stock food trucks. You just had to paint them any color you wanted, and then you had to make sure it's hard to see, but you have to make sure you painted the guy inside. So there's that one. And then there's this one. And this one says Friday the 13th. Has a guy hanging out the side there. And then it has a guy on the top, like splattered on the top there, and then there's actually a guy going through the front window, and I guess he painted it like all this blood on there. There's that one. I told you this video would be a little different. We'll just go quickly through these, trying to keep the video short. And then here's another one. It's the Taco King, and it says Mr. What does it say? Mr. Taco. The King. MF. Actually, it says MF Taco, I think. Yeah, MF Taco. That was initials to the one guy that entered this car, or this taco truck or food truck. Then there was this one that was entered. He didn't do too much to this one. He did put Dutch Customs on the top, painted the guy in there, did the headlights and stuff. Tail lights he painted. And these basically all had plastic bases. This one was 1/1 of 2018 is when that race was. And here's the one that I entered that won the race. Painted it this nice lime green color. Just wrote tacos, burritos, Tuesday for Taco Tuesday. Soda 50 cents, tacos 2 for 1, Taco Tuesday, and taco race. Oh, actually it was 6/6 2018. That's when it was. And then I put these Cobalt wheels on it because I thought it would roll better with these type of wheels, and obviously it did because it won that race. Okay, let's look at these other ones. These other ones were customs, basically, and you could add weight to these. and this truck was pretty fast in the competition. You added weight, and I think I can't remember the exact weight, but they basically weighed the Hot Wheels drag bus and said it couldn't weigh more than that. So we tried to get it as close as possible, and this truck was pretty fast. This is the only vehicle that beat my vehicle once was this one. And then there was this weird thing. Let's move that over there. This one, you just use these wheels here. And I can't read what the base says. Oh, Formula Solar. And then you basically just stuck all these weights on top, and that was it. And then there's this green one here. It's BMW. And you put the green wheels on it. This one had a metal base. But they all had to meet the, you couldn't go over the weight. You could be under it. And you could do anything you wanted to this casting. And just add weight. And here's another one. It basically has a stock paint job. And then you just put that in the rear. Put that motor on it. This has a plastic base. Everything else is pretty much stock. And then there's that thing. It's just a wagon. They painted white with the stripes. Firestone. Has a metal base. And I think it has his name and stuff on the bottom, but I can't read. Oh, this was, it says, I believe, 2 of 18. I think that's when it was. This one was pretty fast on the track. And there's this weird Challenger thing. And I put that thing sticking out the window. I thought that was kind of weird. This one didn't last too long. It was fast, but had these type of wheels, and with this weight, the wheels just did not hold up. I mean, it was fast and it was doing good at first, but once the wheels got tweaked, that was the end of this car. And this one was a downhill race, but he changed it up and put a loop in it, which we didn't know about. We just thought, oh, it's a downhill race. And then when he did the race live, there was a loop in it. This one did okay. Out of all of them, I thought this was cool. He just took all the paint off it, made it kind of like a Zamac, and then just painted some of the details red, put these yellow wheels on it, red base. Pretty decent weight. And you put those 2 diamonds on the front there, or fake diamonds probably. And then there was this thing. This is an old car. Some people just made them to enter the race, but this is an old, I can't remember what brand this was, but maybe somebody could tell me. It has that rear end on it. I can't remember the brand, but this thing is pretty beat up. Windows are pretty bad. And he put some black walls on there, it looks like. And this thing didn't do anything at all. And then there was this thing. It was called the Shark something. He took 2 castings and put them together and made this thing. He took that van and he put the shark on top. Poor Boy Customs. And he put those wheels on it. I thought this one was going to be really fast because he had entered another one in another race just like this and it dominated everybody, but this time this one just didn't make it. Yeah, 2018 it says. And same guy that made this one also did this taco truck. And then I'll show you the winning car, which was mine, and it's this one right here. And what this is I took a casting. It was, I think, a 2001 first editions. It was called Way Too Fast. I actually entered that in a race, and it was on a professional, I don't know what you call it, like a Hot Wheels that they use at conventions, like a downhill race like that. And you had to send in cars that were in the package still, and I sent in like 6 or 8 of them. And one of them was the Way Too Fast, which was this one before it was modified with the with the Faster Than Ever wheels, and it won the competition. So I ended up getting the car back. And then when we did this competition, I took this car and I took the Cool Combi bus and modified it. And I used the Way Too Fast bottom and the 2 engines because it had a lot of weight on it, and it had the Way Too Fast wheels. And then put the Cool Combi body on top of it. And then I painted it red and then the top black. And it still has the engine in the rear with the surfboards. I thought this one just dominated. And like I said, it was a downhill race with a loop, and you could see it did get some chips in it and stuff. But this thing just kicked butt down the racetrack. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this one just dominated. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying this was a badass car. And then I'll show you the last set of cars in another race we did. And these were basically customs that you had to put real riders on it. And normally you don't use real riders. You can, but it's not preferred to use real riders in downhill race. But that year he did one race where all the cars had real riders. And then another race where they had plastic wheels and they were custom. Well, I won the race with the real riders. And there was this thing. And this race, you could not add any weight. You just had to customize the casting and put real riders on it. So there was this thing. Sorry I'm not reading off the names, but I kind of want to do a quick video. This is the Overboard 454 Fantasy casting. And then he put these rear riders with the black rims. And then there's this Chevy Chevelle in white. Painted it white. Put these silver decals on it, and I think those were his initials on there. And then rear riders on this thing, plastic base. I think they all had to have plastic base. And then there's this 57 Chevy that somebody did. He painted it yellow. Painted the roof black. Has the engine. And it does have the rear riders. And this one actually did poorly from the beginning, because what happened is his back wheels came off the base and he is basically done. So when I got this car, I basically fixed the rear wheels, so now they're back on the base. And there's this one here, this Roadrunner. This guy is a huge Mopar fan. So he entered this one. He put Mopar decal on there. Jezel. Put all these racing decals on there. Put those rear riders. This was actually the first downhill race I ever won. And then here's the guy that actually hosted the race. He entered this thing. And I can't remember. Let's just say, Ford Focus. Rear riders. And his Facebook page is Hot Wheels Custom Funhouse. And put that decal on the hood for his Facebook page. If you want to check it out, it's a pretty cool page where they make a lot of customs, and they have a competition every 2 weeks, a custom competition. And then there was this thing. And this was the Mitsubishi Lancer 2008 in green. Has those rear riders on it. I don't know if he painted that or if it was already green and he just accented it with black. I'm not sure. It looks like he detailed the interior a little bit. And then the next one is this thing. This Dodge pickup truck. Matchbox. 1960 Dodge A100 pickup, and then you put rear riders on it. Some of these cars definitely did not go that fast, because rear riders don't go that fast on the track. And this guy here, I think the reason his didn't go well is because the way he put these wheels on, the axles were kind of long, and then it looked like he cut the rubber tires in the rear to fit in there. There's that one. And then, let's see, the next one was this Chevelle. I thought this one was cool. The paint job was cool. Put those gold rear riders on it. Painted it gold, black roof. Put some decals on it. This is a cool model. Yep, I don't think these will ever see the track again. And they're definitely not leaving my collection, because I cherish these. Because these races were a lot of fun. And then here's the one that was the runner-up. And it looks like a small car, which it is. And I have to say, this thing was fast. And the guy that made that car right there is the same guy that made this Shark vehicle. And the same guy that did this taco truck. I believe his name was Chris. Yeah, Chris. And he did this Volkswagen. It says MF Racing 86. And let's see. 2017 stock. Chris MFW. And these wheels on here, I have to say, I've never seen these wheels before. They're rubber tires. But these wheels, they don't look like it. But this thing went really fast for a rubber tired car. And he came in second place. He came close. And then here was a winning car, which was mine, that I entered. And this is the dairy delivery. I thought, you know what, this is a big casting. Even though it had to have a plastic base, I thought, you know what, it'll have more weight because of the big body. I put these rear riders on it. I painted the hubs red. And then this is also a tribute car to my favorite NASCAR driver, Richard Petty. I put 43 on there, STP. 43 on the roof, 426. And painted it this blue color. And this thing was fast with rear riders. It dominated. And this was a lot of fun. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching this different and unusual video of all these custom downhill racers. And I just want to say hats off to Paul Miller for deciding to want to do these drag races again. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. And I thought this would just be another, or this would be a little motivation for that. And I'm just glad I was able to show all these downhill racers to everybody, because basically they've been packed away in boxes and no one's ever got to see them since then. So here you go, and thank you again for watching this video. And please give a thumbs up, and please leave comments, and maybe you could tell me which ones you like the best. And I will talk to you again at the next video, and have a good night. Bye.